Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, January 14th. Another relatively quiet and mild day here in the Mid-Atlantic region and really throughout much of the eastern third of the nation. Quiet weather remains. High temperatures this afternoon, for example, could flirt with the 50-degree mark in places like D.C., maybe even Philadelphia, certainly the upper 40s across New York City. It remains mild on Friday as well ahead of a strong cold front. That cold front arrives tomorrow night with some rain along the I-95 corridor region, and as the colder air filters in behind it, could be a mixing with some snow late tomorrow night, early Saturday, maybe even a snow shower or two in the I-95 corridor region on Saturday. Will not be a blast of cold air behind this cold frontal system. We're not getting into Arctic air with this frontal passage. It does remain moderately cold over the upcoming weekend, and there are a couple of threats we'll have to monitor for next week, especially the latter part of next week, probably the Thursday, Friday timetable, and we'll kind of get into that over the next few minutes. Here's the very latest surface map, and again, not much going on in the eastern third of the nation here. High pressure generally in control. The air is quite stagnant and calm this morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region, for example, allowing for some frosty conditions as well as some low-level fog here. Now here's the strong cold frontal system that is now crossing the central plains. We had a big storm that impacted the Pacific Northwest, and it is weakened and moved quickly to the south central part of Canada, and this cold frontal system was what will arrive near the eastern seaboard tomorrow night. Tend to slow down a little bit. Low pressure will form along that frontal boundary zone, and again, it looks like some rain coming to the I-95 corridor region. Maybe some accumulating snow inland northeastern U.S. late tomorrow night and early Saturday. Those higher elevation places, upstate New York, interior New England, for example. But for today, another relatively quiet and mild day across the eastern third of the nation. Well, while we are rather quiet right now in the eastern third of the nation, we do have an active stretch of weather coming, beginning with that cold frontal passage late tomorrow night, early Saturday, and again we'll have some upper level waves of energy to monitor for next week. There is a decent threat of a storm pulling out of the southern states late next week, let's say the Thursday, Friday time frame. We'll have to watch for that possibility over the next several days. Here we are beginning the day today, and there is quite a wave of energy here out across the middle part of the nation. That is associated with that storm system that pounded the Pacific Northwest, and now a cold frontal system that is crossing the middle part of the country. Now watch what happens as it kind of dives to the southeast. Pretty kind of a slow moving upper level low, kind of a closed low look to it, forms over the upper part of the Midwest by early tomorrow, and that cold frontal system will tend to slow down as it approaches the eastern seaboard later tomorrow night and allow for low pressure to form right off the coast, and there will be a period of rain along the I-95 corridor region. And again, as colder air filters in, rain can mix with snow in some spots in the to the north and west of the I-95 corridor region. Maybe even some accumulating snow later tomorrow night into Saturday along the in the higher elevation regions of the northeast U.S. Let's say upstate New York, interior New England, for example. This will be a slow mover. This is the forecast map for Saturday evening. Still could be residual rain and or snow showers on Saturday with this upper level energy hanging overhead. It finally pulls away. Sunday looks like a relatively quiet, chilly day. And then there's another wave of energy that dives south and east and cuts across the Mid-Atlantic region on Monday. That could produce another rain or snow shower or two. And then we start looking to the southwest. And when I say southwest, I mean all the way down to Mexico. Kind of an unusual setup here developing, and something that we'll monitor very closely during the days of the weekend and next week. But a strong wave of energy dives all the way down into Mexico by the middle part of next week and starts spinning around here over Baja California. This is the forecast map for next Wednesday morning, 6 days away from now. Then it'll start pulling off to the north and east in rather quick fashion here as we get into the end of next week. And it is this system right here that we'll have to monitor. Could produce low pressure and a system that pulls out of the southern states into the mid-Atlantic region, let's say Thursday, Friday time frame. I think the GFS may be a little bit slow on its movement out of Mexico and then to the northeast, but it's something we'll have to monitor as we go through the next several days. But for today and tomorrow, more mild weather in the eastern part of the nation, and then a strong cold front arrives later tomorrow night. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.